Let's do this.
Wow, you're bringing the energy today.
That was the last of the energy that I have. That was it. Now it's depleted. I will be very mellow. How's everything? Are you feeling good?
I'm just tired. It was a party weekend.
Yes, it was the wedding weekend. You officiated and it was a raging success.
You're too kind. You're too kind.
I know.
How are you feeling?
I'm just very tired, but that's all. I'm
Maybe
fine.
this episode, Kelly, should be about how to survive when being tired.
Mine could be summed up in a nutshell. I eat a lot of food and I sit down a lot. I actually usually, when I'm very tired, I end up cleaning.
Oh, good one. Cleaning.
I think that that's like an illness. It's like, why are you pushing yourself?
At least it's a good illness.
It's true. It's a beneficial illness.
You walk away with a clean house.
It's true. It's a productive illness.
You're
I know.
sick. You're very sick. You need to see something.
I need to see
Or
something,
somebody.
just anything.
You need to see somebody.
What do you want to talk about today, Dawn? What should we discuss?
Let's discuss adult friendship. I have no idea why, but I could say a lot on this topic. Will you go on a journey with me, Kelly?
I'll try. I am tired, but I'll try.
Welcome to two awesome people. On the other end is Kelly, Kate Dizzle, Kelbo.
It's like you're calling a dog.
Kelbo, get over here, Kelbo.
I am Kelly, and that is Dawn.
And we are two awesome people here to discuss friendships from teenage years to middle age. What's the best friendship you've had?
Ooh, I don't know. I think you are the best friendship I've ever had, Dawn.
Do I count as a friendship?
I hope so, because otherwise I don't have any best friends.
Do you need best friends?
I don't know. You just asked about the best friendship.
You had a best friend in high school.
Yeah, I did. I haven't really had a best friend since then, but I've had good friends. More than anything, well, at least for me, it's sort of just like having a good connection with somebody, that comfortable, reliable rapport.
So maybe your gardener.
In our case, the gardener is you. So yes, it is the gardener.
As much as I love you, I don't buy into this, your spouse is your best friend. I think that friends and spouses are two different things.
Well, of course they are. But you also do like hang out a lot. You spend a lot of time together. You have to be able to talk to each other.
But that's still not a friend. That's different. That's like my kids aren't my friend.
That is true.
So one time I heard on Ryan Seacrest, for men, male friendship is more important, rated higher than sex.
Male, you mean like guy friendships?
A good guy friendship to another guy is rated higher than sex.
In terms of their happiness, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah. I could see that. Well, it's fulfilling in a different way. I do actually think that that's kind of a weird fact. I have sort of a hard time believing it.
It's what I heard on the radio 10 years ago.
Oh, so you may not even be remembering it correctly. You literally heard it 10 years ago and it's stuck in your brain?
Yeah. I love my male friendships.
You do. You pretty much always have. It's not just male friendships, but your adult friendships. You really do nurture them. If you haven't seen somebody in a while, you are pretty good about reaching out.
How do you gain a friendship if you don't reach out?
Or maintain a friendship if you don't reach out.
No, I'm asking, how do you maintain a friendship?
Oh, I thought that you were being like, well, duh.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, it's about finding, similar hobbies or interests or being in a similar place in your life and making connections over that. That's why a lot of my friends came from parents of my kids' friends, because we're in the same boat when it comes to where we are in our lives.
Yeah. And then you find what works and doesn't work. Going back to high school, I had a group of friends. You had a great friend. And we've both transitioned fairly quickly away from those friends. Friends to me are like seasons. And so in comes fall and you love fall. And then by the end of it, you're like, okay, here comes winter and fall is now passing. And
That's not how friends are to
no,
you, Dawn, because you're saying that you value your friendships so much and you
I
nurture
do.
them. So that's counter
But
to
they come
saying
and
like,
go.
"Oh, the seasons change and I move on to somebody new."
All of my high school ones, all of my
Well,
college ones.
I think that sometimes with friends too, depending on how good of a friend you are, it could fade, but at the heart of it, you guys are like the same. And so you can reconnect and sort of like, it's like, it's like with an ex or something, you rekindle the flame.
Ooh. You rekindle that flame with your friend. It's a
Yes,
fire.
I think that that can happen.
Yeah. Get excited again.
Yes.
Well, on over this weekend, what are you looking at? Are you paying attention at all?
Yes, I
No.
was, but Connor was just like moping out of the house. I was half expecting him to charge in here with some kind of complaint. Anyways, so friendships, Dawn.
Friendships, Kelly.
No, I do think that friendships can fade, but I think that you can come back to them.
I saw my friend over the weekend who you're also friends with. And, we've been friends for 25 years and we don't ever see each other or hang out. But I was very happy to see him. And it was very nice to catch up with him and his wife. I don't hold on to friendships. I care and cherish friends. But my brother is friends with people from like kindergarten. I'm not friends with people from
Yeah,
kindergarten. I'm not
that's
really friends with
wild.
people from high school. I'm not really friends with people from college. There's certain friends now that I've made that in my adult life, they're now fading out.
People are always changing. And so the
What? You're
friends,
changing?
well, I'm not.
Hmm.
But most
Kelly
people
doesn't
are.
change.
So people are always changing. Their friendships change too. So it's like in one phase of your life, you may make a really good connection with somebody, but then it fades because you change or they change. But yeah, obviously, like your friendships change through life because you're like evolving. I sort of hesitate to say it, but maybe people who maintain friendships for so long, they just aren't totally changing as much, maybe?
Mm,
I don't
they're
know.
stuck in their ways.
Well, it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's
No.
just that, like, I think that maybe their lives are a little bit more set in stone.
Granite, granite stone,
Yes, they're granite.
marble. Yeah.
Yes. Let's just name stones.
Stones. Yeah.
You just said stone.
Stones. Limestone. Stones. Just
Rock.
stones. Rock. Hard
Um,
surface. I have a friend bucket and I can only hang out with
Totally.
so many people. And so when somebody new joins my bucket, I'm draining somebody else.
My roster's full. Like I can't.
You could be put on the waiting list for Kelly's friendship.
That sounds so terrible. You do get to a point where there's only so much of you, and especially when you have kids and you have a spouse and you have work. So that probably also goes to what you value about your friendships. And maybe some people value quantity over quality, and you and I go more for quality. So, you feel like you are maxed out right now because you want to have quality relationships with people.
Just because I was in the same high school or in the same college class or was neighbors doesn't mean I'm like 100% like you, and doesn't mean that we have that much in common. We did at that point because we were in that enclosed environment. Like one of my best friends out of college was the guy I lived next to, and we hung out every day, had a blast, had a wonderful period in our life, and then haven't talked to each other in 20 years.
Do I know this person?
Yeah, the Jamer Tamer.
Oh, wow. Really? Oh, that's a blast from the past.
Seasons
Um,
past.
yeah.
But he and I hung
Um,
out every day.
because you lived next to each other. But in reality, that's all you had in common.
We had a blast.
Of course, you guys had fun, but like, I don't think that you would sit down and have a conversation about things. I don't think that you shared any hobbies or interests with each other.
According to Mel Robbins,
Okay.
You like that one? The
Mhm.
3 pillars of adult friendship. The number one is proximity.
That is so lazy
Lazy?
sounding. Yes.
But it's true.
It's sort of like one of those hokey, like, look to your left, look
Yeah.
to your right. Like,
Here's your friends.
yeah, it's really, that's funny. Okay, proximity.
I don't think that's fully true because there's a lot of people around me that I'm like, I don't really care to be friends with you guys.
I think that proximity is kind of important, but I think it depends on where we're talking about the proximity because it's sort of like, yes, if you meet somebody at your work, for example, they're close to you in proximity, but they also have that added thing in common with you that they work in a similar field or at the same company. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
or you can meet somebody at school because of the proximity, but you have that added layer of being at the same school. So I don't think proximity is like fully like, oh, you're here, you're close to me. It's sort of,
Proximity and interests.
yeah, I met you because we have this other thing in common.
You just didn't meet the like man on the street.
Oh, we were both standing at the corner at the same time.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's how I'm going to go about making friends from now on.
You will come home with some real weirdos, I bet.
But what you're saying is true. Most of my friends for a period came from work. It depends on your industry. My industry is the creative filmmaking industry where we share a huge amount of interest in both our hobbies and our work.
You also work really long hours together. You're together more often. So that's where I would say proximity does come into play, but I feel like it's more than just proximity.
Of course, I definitely went through a period of time where I didn't have as many friends.
Mhm.
And I think that it can be really hard and you start to lose how to make friends. When you were little, it'd just be like, hey, I'm going to go play in the sandbox next to you. And I think it kind of still has to be that way, especially if you're in that friend pit where you have lost that ability.
Friend pit.
I went with pit because we said right too many times last time.
Mhm. It's also, some people are more social than others. Like you were talking about just meeting kids in the sand pit. I was never that person, ever. When I was young in elementary school, all my friends were just the kids in my class. So I wasn't somebody who made friends at like summer camp or at the park or even in my neighborhood. I didn't really make friends. I have always been susceptible to just not really making friends because I'm lazy about it. And I rely on, I guess, what that lady was saying about I need the proximity.
But you also like certain people.
Everybody likes certain people. I am more drawn to people who have similar sense of humor and similar read on other people and things like that. But I think that's true of anybody.
You like people who are sarcastic
Yeah.
and who judge.
You're just saying like people like you. You like people who are
Yeah,
like you. Yeah. And I'm sure
I
that
think
you like people who are like you.
I do.
Yeah.
Yes. I have a higher tolerance of like non-judging, I think, where I'm just like, he's cool or she's cool. You're just really good at reading people. And I'm like the idiot.
That's a really nice way of saying you're judgmental. That's all that
No,
is. You have a
no,
good read on people.
I don't see things and you see things.
Interesting. I guess I didn't realize that. You just need to take me everywhere and I'll be like, nope, nope,
Yeah, exactly.
nope.
You'll curate the friend list a lot better than I do. See, I'll hang out with the like potential murderer and you'll be like,
No, you
Don,
won't.
he's a little crazy.
That would be awful. No, I don't think that that's true. You're better at starting a friendship with people. Like you're very comfortable just being like, hey, let's go to a movie. Hey, let's go to lunch with some random person. Like that takes a lot for me.
I've done exactly what you said. I met somebody at a party and we just started riffing on movies. I was like, let's go to the movies. We go once, never again.
You met somebody and just upon meeting them said we should go to a movie? That's shocking.
That's shocking.
I'm
That's
shocked.
that's shocking.
That's very outgoing of you, but you're an
We had
outgoing guy.
this person and I never went to another movie again.
Maybe he was like, that was weird. He just invited me on a date. He couldn't decide what your motivations were, Dawn.
I just put out those vibes.
I honestly, Dawn, I think that you do. It's your non-judgmental face. That's
Friendly.
probably
I'm
what it is. It's a
friendly.
friendly face. You have a friendly face.
See, you have the scowl, and everyone's like,
I
like, oh
it,
God.
it's called resting bitch face, Dawn. It's not a scowl.
That's- Kelly's awesome, but you got to break through it.
You got to get through the hard shell to get to the creamy chocolate center.
See, I'm just oozing chocolate over here.
Yeah, you're just melting all over the place.
There's something wrong with that guy. What is the one friend that you miss?
One friend that I miss is my college roommate.
Jay Bizzle.
Yes, Don, you know who my college roommate was.
You missed the Jay Bizzle.
We lost touch, and it was seemingly like I feel like something happened there, and I still just don't know what it was.
You don't know why.
No, I 100% have absolutely no idea. Girl friendships are weird, Don.
Ooh, tell me more.
Well, I just think that things like that tend to happen.
That people just get pissed off and don't say anything and just ghost each other.
Yeah, I don't know if it's unique to females versus males, but I just think that they can break down due to like cattiness and misinterpreting things. They can be more like vulnerable to issues. That's all.
What do you think the reason is?
I think
Overthinking?
I think that maybe that's like a female trait to like internalize and overthink everything, or it's really just like I don't know, like you've even said that like you think it's weird how so many women almost worship each other. Do you know what I mean? Like in a friendship, there will definitely be the dominant one.
I think men have a more of a puppy dog, like, oh, you're cool, you know. And I think that women tend to be more political amongst each other. There's like hierarchies where I think men, I don't know, at least my friends, like we all just hang out. It's like, oh.
It almost goes to like frats and sororities, right? So like the frat guys, they're all like broing it up. They're like comrades. Well, at least my impression of it is that it's much more of a like almost like a family kind of a bro ideal.
My brothers. That's what I said on the bachelor party. I made 3 new brothers. It was like, what's up, brothers? Like, ain't nothing wrong with that.
But then I think that women and like sororities, it's more like catty. It's competitive among each other. It's more trying to come out on top, like being the alpha. And so I just think that, I don't know, I guess it's just part of being female or something, but friendships can be more like fragile. That's all. Or it's just me and it just follows me around.
Your roommate from college, who you were the maid of honor in her wedding, I viewed it as their life went right and yours went left. And there was no real, it was the proximity thing. It's the timing.
That could be true also.
You could call her.
I actually don't have her number anymore.
You lost it on purpose.
I fell in a swimming pool and I lost. This was like years and years ago before I think things get saved on a cloud or whatever. But
Before Kelly knew how to walk properly.
I fell in a swimming pool and I lost it.
How'd you fall in? Did you get thrown in?
It was like at a fancy hotel where the pool was like almost level with the ground. And I kind of just like walked into it. I only fell in it like up to like my butt, but like, you know, it got my pocket. So,
right. So,
yeah.
Word association, friends.
Well, then I think of the TV show.
Do you like that TV show?
I liked it like for the first couple seasons, and then I stopped watching it once they all like stopped being friends and started sleeping with each other. I couldn't deal with that.
Can guys and girls be friends?
I think that they can, but then something like that show furthers the idea that they can't.
I don't think they can. What the male friendship provides me
Right.
is not what I need from women. It's not the same.
Because of the cattiness and the judgmental and maybe women don't offer the camaraderie that you feel like you get from a dude. Maybe you need a dude.
I need a dude. But the same goes for women. They need something from other women that a male friend isn't going to provide.
Yeah, that's probably true.
It's not the type of friendship I need or even want to invest in at the moment.
Because your roster's full, Don. Your cup runneth over.
I have a 3 strikes and you're out rule.
Ooh. What's a strike, though?
So strike is I invite you 3 times, you say no to me 3 times, and you don't invite me anywhere, I'm done. My effort in building a friendship with you is kaput.
Wow. So you will try 3 times and then you will not try anymore. And then if they end up trying, it's not like you would say no because of the previous.
I'd say, hell yeah, let's go do something.
3 is I can,
Or
it's
if
a
you
good
flake
amount.
on me 3 times, I'm done.
Right.
I got a producer friend and I've always tried to hang out with them. And it's like, they don't want to really be friends with me.
Because maybe their cup runneth over.
Exactly.
Maybe people's cups are runnething. They might be.
But for those that their cups aren't runnething, how do they get
Yes.
it to runneth?
You don't need to take it that far.
Did I just beat it?
Yeah, you did. You beat that dead horse.
Murdered that thing. I go to the Reddit forums, type in adult friendship. The first things that are listed is I'm so lonely. How do I make friends?
So sad.
So that's why we're here, Kelly. We're here to be a friend for them.
It really does go to getting yourself out there, right? When I had small children, I did not go out. I did not have friends. As they got older and they went out, I made more friends because I was going out.
You put on your big girl pants.
When I was taking that ceramics class, I was like, I probably could make friends in this environment. I didn't because I just,
Didn't want to.
I was kind of busy, but
You were busy throwing clay on the wheel.
not really. But environments like that, activities like that, for sure, you can make friends. You can meet somebody. The tricky thing is having the courage, because I think it's like asking somebody out on a date, the courage to take the relationship to the next step, Dawn, and go and hang out somewhere else. And that is something that you don't have any issue with.
I'm like, hey, you want to hang out with me? Oh, you don't? Okay. And then I go to the next person. Hey, you want to hang out with me?
That's not what it is. That's not what it is.
But I think you're correct. Courage is a big thing. Like I take it on if I want to have friends, it's not on anybody else. It's on me. I may get rejected 10 times. I may get rejected 20 times. I may hang out with somebody and be like, I don't like this guy. And then be like, okay, well, I'm going to try this person.
Anybody can find their people. It's just a matter of like putting in the time and the effort. If you're in school and you're having a hard time meeting people, go to those club meetings or
intramural sports. Go to a coffee shop.
Don't go to a coffee shop. Everybody's just sitting there on their laptops. No, you don't.
So
meet
you can
people
sit next to somebody and say, hey, what are you typing?
No.
What are you ordering? What are you drinking over there?
That is not a good idea. I don't think that anybody should do that. Dawn would do that. Dawn would.
Like, oh, that latte looks good. You want to go to the
over
movies?
his shoulder and be like, "You misspelled that." Yeah.
They're a creep. But I've been in situations where I was at parties alone, and I'll just join a group, and they kind of all look at me like, "You're not our friend." I'll try to be friendly for a little while, and then I'll just give up because it's like, well, clearly they don't want me to be their friend, and it's like that's fine. I've had that instance a couple times.
A couple. And you know what? You've lived to tell about it. It's not the end of the world. You just got to get your Dawn courage.
You just have to put on the idiot goggles.
Yeah. You know what, Dawn? It takes a lot of courage to be an idiot, though.
Blind stupidity and courage are two different things.
You are a shameless friend maker. That's what you are.
The male friendships that I have, they are like therapy. And so the guys can get together and we can bitch a little bit and unload some of our stresses. And then you go have fun. But there's sometimes that there's no fun and all it is just bitching. And that's when I start to pull away from some of those friends.
I didn't know that you pulled away from friends for over bitching.
Let's just say they become the relievers.
You're really sticking with that sports analogy. I like it. Maybe they're in a rut, Dawn.
And I'm happy to
And
be there for them. But after years, it's kind of like, all right, dude, like you're bringing me down now.
who wants to be friends with a Debbie Downer? I think that women do counsel each other on things, but I have found that it's more a direct request for advice or insight because I'm very wise, Dawn, and that's how friends treat me. No, I'm totally kidding.
You're the wise old sage. Tell me, Kel.
Yeah, no, I'm very much kidding. There are also definitely complaints. I think that that's just human nature. Complaints are almost like what makes people interesting because otherwise it's like, oh, everything's great. Do you know what I mean?
Moving on.
If everything's great, it's like maybe you don't have anything to contribute to a conversation. But if you have something to complain about, it like makes you more interesting. And it allows people to engage with you. I don't know how much I necessarily complain about things with people. I'm not engaging.
That's why.
Like I'm super boring.
Everyone's like, what the hell is Kelly's problem? Do you know that there's sites to make friends?
I knew that there were websites you can post about like a hiking group and like meet people and go on a hike.
This person says there's Bumble BFF in which they made a handful of
really?
friends. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Because Bumble is that dating site. So then they did a spinoff for friends.
Exactly. There's
Good for them.
meetup.com. Who cares how you're meeting friends? If you want to make a friend and you find a way to make a friend, great.
There's a blog that I go to. In the comments on some of the postings, people will be like, if anybody in the Seattle area wants to meet up tomorrow at this park. So then it's like a way of getting people who have maybe similar interests or hobbies to meet up. They make friends.
Exactly.
Isn't that nice? Isn't that just lovely?
It's just marvelous. Makes me feel so warm and fuzzy inside.
Yeah, I'm so cozy now.
Yeah, meetup.com kind of sounds like a different thing. But no, people also hookup.com, is that one?
Yeah, there probably is a hookup.com.
Facebook events, asking on Reddit, volunteer events, exploring your hobbies.
Yeah.
Ways to make friends. The hardest period to make friends was out of college into my 30s.
That's when people are moving. They're living in a new city. They're on their own. They're out of school. They're trying to find work. Your focus and energy is being poured into finding a job, getting a job, a place to live. You don't have anything to put into friendships. So that's probably what creates loneliness in these poor Reddit posters.
And in your late 20s, you're not really sure of who you are. You're just not fully formed.
You're not fully formed. You're still a blob.
Yeah, you're still a blob. We're all still blobs.
It's really just out of college.
Out of college up until about 30 was really difficult and really hard to make friends.
That was a tricky time. And then for me, it carried into beyond that. I had babies and I didn't have any interest.
For all those in their 20s, good luck.
I wonder if social media plays into that too, because then it's like people are more like comparing their status in life with other people's and things like that.
You're seeing how much fun everyone else is having
Yeah.
artificially
Mhm.
or curated. I think it's incredibly difficult if you're having trouble making friends to get that positive mindset. But just know it's not you. Or maybe it is.
Fun. You're ending this with like a weird motivational speech.
I don't know if that was motivational. I think that was more depressing.
Oh, just be like, uh I don't know.
Do we even know how to end this now?
I don't actually know how we should end this because, yeah, it's like we hope that you all have good friends. And we hope that maybe we helped with some ideas on how you could make some new friends.
And friends
Yeah.
are necessary. And maybe push yourself out of your comfort zone and don't give up.
Reach for the stars.
Reach for the stars. Find that friend. And know you don't need a lot of friends. Sometimes just one or two is all you need.
Quality over quantity is always the way to go.
Will you be my friend, Kelly?
I am your friend, Dawn.
Oh.
It's been lovely chatting with you, my friend.
Boom.
Thank you. All right.
All right. Bye.
Bye.